Well, guys, it didn't make it. It's blowed up. It's on the trailer. You want to stick around and check out what happened? We had a really good weekend. We got a lot of fun stuff for you guys in this video, and you can see how we ended up here. Well, guys, I've failed. We're on the way to RatStock. We got the C50 out, but no trailer and a couple other things that we don't have right. But we're on the road. We made our first stop here, and we're only about 50 miles in on our first trip. It's about 60 miles that we put on the truck now, and first few miles didn't go so well. We had to turn around and go back to the shop, but more on that here in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get back in the truck and get back on the road because we got a long ways to go and we're behind, and I'll give you guys a walk around the truck here and kind of tell you a little bit about what's happening when I get back. So yeah, multiple levels of failure going on here. We've already failed on the truck, didn't do the sleeper and things, and the paint job like I wanted, and now we're not taking the trailer. As you can see though, we got the trailer pretty close to the point where it'd be ready to rock and roll. We could have went to Home Depot and grabbed some wood and decked it real quick and threw some tires on there and put it behind the truck and rolled with it, leaving the bare metal and everything. That was kind of my plan up until just like the last day or so before we left. And then I got to thinking about how we don't really have any time on the truck, any testing done on the truck to know how well it's going to run and if we're even going to make it there or not. So with that in mind, I decided to chicken out with taking the truck and trailer both and just left that here. And it's going to make it a lot simpler deal if we have problems, because that thing can't get hauled by most of other pickups or most other trucks out there. And it kind of needs to be on something like, you know, our truck that we're building to haul it. So that's going to make it a way better deal if and when we break down. So that's why I left it here. So yeah, before we left, the truck only had about 5 miles on it before we left, and that was just running to the parts house and back with it, and that was about as much as we had done. And we left with it first thing in the morning on Thursday morning, and we're cruising down the road, and the bolt that's in the shifter rod down there below falls out. The shifter's just loose as can be at this point. So we were only like 2 miles from the shop, and I looked at Connor, I'm like, I can drive it in forward gears all day long. We'll be able just to keep going, and we'll find a parts house to go ahead and put a bolt in there. No big deal. So we kept driving, and we got a few more miles down the road, and I'm like, can you think of anything else that maybe we should have done before we left, you know? And I'm like, I think we're good. And he's like, yeah, I think we're good too. And then we got about 6 to 8 miles from the shop, and Connor goes, I don't think I ever put a Carter key in that one wheel bearing. I'm like, oh, I don't want the tire passing us going down the highway at 60, 70 miles an hour. That just doesn't sound like a good idea at all. So we turned around, we went back to the shop. We worked on the truck for another hour, and then we got on the road. Well, we got our first problem. Truck stuck here in the corner in Kansas City, right here. Ran out of gas, but had to go in here and buy a gas can at this gas station. We almost made it. Connor was driving and he missed the turn for where we needed to go. Otherwise, I think we would have made it, but luckily they sold gas cans in there. So get the gas can, get this thing filled up here real quick. It was literally like right here, there to there. All right, Connor, try to start it. Hey, amazing what gas does. So the rest of the day is pretty uneventful. Truck's driving great. Only complaints that I've really got at this point is the fuel cell that we ordered was supposed to be 17 gallons and it actually only holds about 11 or 12. And that makes it where we got to stop all the time. The rear end gears are way too low. I think this thing's probably got like a 5 something gear in it, because I know we only have a 400 trans, so we don't have an overdrive, but at 60 miles an hour, she's wanting to run about $3,000 at 60 mile an hour. So also did kind of slow us up a little bit on this trip, because I didn't want to push it for that far any more than $3,000, you know. So that's kind of where we sit at, and we kind of rolled about 60 mile an hour the rest of the way up there. And other than that, everything did great. So can't complain at this point. We made it up to the Psycho Silo Saloon, and everybody in the build off is getting lined up here, getting ready to pull out. So we'll flip the camera around and give you guys a shot of everybody leaving, and we'll check out all the cars when we get to the spot that we're driving to. Well, we made it to the Northern Tool, and there is a ton of stuff here to check out. So we're gonna flip the camera around, walk around, and see what all there is that we can see. Smile, Tracy. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, hot and sweaty.
I know. Oh yeah, on the way. Good. Just even visitors. I've seen so many people walking tired.
Let's start out with shipping.
Yeah. I dig the record bed down low.
You're very busy. Thanks for taking.
Thank you.
Badass fishing thing.
I like that. That's way cool. It's the little hooker. So real fast, I want to say congratulations to everyone that was able to complete a build and actually show up at this point in the game on the build off. Because reality is that there was over 300 people that entered, and only about 40 of them actually was able to pull off a build that was able to drive and be at this event right here that you guys just seen to be judged. So that's quite an accomplishment in itself, and that automatically puts you in like the top 10 or 15% just being able to show up. So congratulations, you guys deserve a round of applause, and that's pretty awesome if you were able to complete that. I also want to say real quick too that the judges, they did a great job in judging. I would not have wanted to be one of the judges that had to make a decision on that. I had definitely some of my favorites in there that I liked, but to put aside, you know, personal like and actually try to determine who did the best job out of everything, you know, that would be a really hard job to do. So I really commend all the judges for doing that, and I think they did a great job on all of that as well. Also want to say a quick thank you to Northern Tool, because they are the ones that actually sponsored this build off. They donated their parking lot there for us to be able to have the judging in and everything. They also provided everyone that was in the build off food. So that was pretty awesome of them to step up and you know, help out in the way they did. And I really appreciate it. I know everybody else did too. So, you know, thank you again, Northern Tool, and all that. Now, at this point, we're all done for the day, and it's time to get ready for RatStock tomorrow. Burnouts. I'll buy you some here after business. Help the cause.
don't want to aim at him.
too hot. Way too hot. Can't do it. Woo. Way too close. No. Man. Woo. No. I'm going to the other side of the truck. It's way too hot over there. It's way too hot. That was a little intense.
Felt like I laid my arm on a front wheel, like literally. It hurt.
Yeah, that was bad. Well, that pretty well catches you guys up on RatStock, and then now kind of back to this thing a little bit here. So, as you see in the beginning, we had a little bit of troubles. The first go around of troubles is right when we left, first thing in the morning. We hit a big pothole, and I didn't know it at the time, but I actually hit a big pothole, and the exhaust pipe come a little bit loose and turned, and I had the O2 sensor in the pipe that was bolted to the header, not in the header. So that allowed the O2 sensor to turn and rock over and actually take the end of the O2 sensor right where the metal piece is and the wire starts coming out. Right where that wire is, it came down and hit the edge of the frame, and it started giving me all kinds of problems, having an O2 sensor that was all jacked up, of course. So downside with fuel injection, ran great until then, but at that time, yeah, it started running terrible. So we fought that for actually, I'm gonna say, at least like 4 hours worth of driving, and we kept trying to figure out what was going on with it. We didn't have any luck, and then I finally realized, I could finally see that the exhaust pipe was twisted enough to where it was noticeable at that point of 4 more hours of driving with it running like crap. Then I realized that that wire was jammed on the end of the frame, and once we fixed that, the truck started running a lot better, obviously, and we were doing really good. We were rolling down the road for another hour or hour and a half at regular speeds and not having a problem. I say regular speeds. This thing is geared super crazy low. I don't know if I said that already or not in the video, and we were only able to run about 60 because at 60 it was 3,000 RPM. I'm gonna let this truck get by here real quick and then I'll talk to you guys some more. Anyways, yeah, we went back to driving it at around 60 mile an hour, rolling down the road, not having any problems. We stopped, got gas, and then went to go and leave from getting gas at one point, and no third gear. It was done. So Tranny has only got first and second. We end up calling my friend Ty. Ty actually drove all the way up from Hutch to Kansas City to pick us up. So we were about 60 miles away from Kansas City. So he had about a 4-hour drive to get up there. So we just kept driving at 30 miles an hour in second gear until we got to Kansas City. So that was a horrible time. And then once we got up there, we only had to wait for about 30 minutes for him to show up. And that's where you guys seen it on the trailer. And we trailered it back to the shop.
Where's my shirt, by the way?
I forgot it.
Last thing I said to him when he was leaving was get me a shirt.
Oops.
And he didn't give me a shirt.
I knew I forgot something.
I was going to do one of those moments where, you know, my husband went to RatStock and all I got was a shirt, but I didn't even get a shirt. Thanks, babe.
Sorry about that.
But I did get a lot of really nice comments from you guys, and I really do appreciate that. Somebody even gave me a card. That was so nice of you guys. I'm doing okay. Going on to the next step of treatments. I've got a really good team working with me. The outlook looks really good. I'm just trying to stay positive with it, and I really appreciate all of you guys, you know, supporting me through this. I will get through it. I'll be all right.
I think it was awesome. Everybody we got to meet and see at the show. It was kind of hectic a little bit because there were so many people there, and we got to meet so many of you. So it was pretty awesome. But I know that we missed some of you guys, and some of you didn't have a chance to wait around or whatever if we had, you know, a few people in line trying to talk to us or whatever. So I apologize for that, but I did enjoy talking to everybody that we talked to as far as all that goes. Connor talked to a bunch of people, I think.
Yeah, I talked to a bunch of people, which is kind of insane to me because I've never had anybody actually come up to me or say anything to me before. I've seen it on Anthony, and then all of a sudden, just like tons and tons of people come up, start talking to me. So
Celebrity status.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but different.
Yep. But anyways, before we.
Meanwhile, while they were at the show and stuff, since I'm stranded and not allowed to do anything, I have been working on the web page. So if any of you guys have ever gone to the hardcorefab.com, not the YouTube, but our actual web page, it's been in shambles because we've been busy and it was the last thing I was thinking about. But now I can't do anything else. So I've been working on it. I found that there's, you know, if you email Julie at hardcorefab.com, Anthony at hardcorefab, sales at hardcorefab, or you subscribe, I get those notices. Turns out, if you fill out that form that's on there, I don't get that. I found comments from people from years ago and we never responded, and I apologize if you're one of the people who try to contact us through that form. I know how to check for it now, but it just never gave me any notices, and I was getting all these other notices, so I thought I was getting notices. So anyway,
I'm not smart enough to even know how to get on there to look. So
I apologize for that, but I'm figuring it out. We're redoing, and we're getting ready to redo our shirts and stuff too. So
we've been listening to you guys, and we know that a lot of you are wanting merch, wanting shirts and things like that. So
that's coming soon.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna work on that for you.
Yeah,
guys.
I've got the ball rolling on that. So stay tuned for an update on that.
Hairs flying around everywhere.
Yeah,
My face.
at least it's not falling out.
Anyways, we will be back to work on this thing. It might be a minute. We need to get back to work on some customer vehicles and things like that. But we definitely want to finish it, don't we?
Yeah.
And finish this building.
And now I guess we have a trainee to put in and probably some other stuff too. So
Yeah.
anyways, look for some of that in the future. But we appreciate you guys watching, following along, and hope you have a good evening. And we'll see you guys on the next video.
Thanks so much. Take care.